Hey there everybody, and this is Graham of Collect75, and welcome back to another Transformers review. For today's review, I am continuing with my Headmaster, Targetmaster theme, and we're going to be doing the small 1988 Autobot double Targetmasters. I've already done the Decepticon double Targetmasters a long time ago, I can't remember now. 6 months, 8 months ago, I can't remember that. So I've got a review of that if someone wants to watch it. Now, in these guys, the reason why I've never done these guys before, like when I've done them, is because these guys, I don't know, they're a bit funny because you've got to think the Decepticons had just all the better modes. I mean, you know, the small double ones, we've got an attack chopper, a helicopter, a jet, and a tank, of course. But these guys were just dump trucks. Well, some people might like them. You've got to think from a kid's point of view, I know which one I would rather play with, and that's why I actually bought the Decepticon ones, and I never bought the Autobot ones when I was a kid, but I have got them again. I did buy them about 1995, around that region, mid-90s, for a cheap price. Right, I'm going to show you them. I'm going to start with this fellow, which is Landfill. He is, of course, a dump truck. Looks quite like the Long Haul from the Constructicons. Of course, this guy is like sandy coloured. Let me just move my light off because it's a bit of a glare on it. Oh, pardon me. This is, of course, with his attack mode with the Targetmasters on him there. Let me just turn around because now there's not much light. Anyway, that looks good. Yeah, so, you know, he's got his Targetmasters, one on each side, of course. Now, I'm going to take them off, and I'll show you these in 1 second. Oh, let's go down there with my Terracons, wherever they've gone. I'll put that down there. It's just the instructions. Yeah, so, this is Landfill. He's got a nice bit of chrome work on the wheels there. I don't know if you can see that. The wheels do roll, and he does sort of like roll along pretty well, and I do like it. It's quite a good toy. Pardon me. Yeah, so he's not too bad. And he does transform differently to how you might think as well, which is pretty cool. Because when I first got this guy, obviously, I didn't have the instructions. I had to figure it out, and it was a bit, you know, a bit new on me. Anyway, right, these are his Targetmasters. I don't know which one is which. I've consulted my Bible, but unfortunately it doesn't say which is which. It just says their names and what they are. So this is Flintlock and Silencer. As you can see, these are them. They're sort of like fairly simplified sort of guns, really. And to transform them into robot mode or nebula mode, we just flip the front guns back like that. Before I transform this one, you can, of course, double them up to form a combined Targetmaster mode. And if you wanted to be silly, you could combine all the double Targetmasters and form a really stupidly big gun. Not really worth it because it does look a bit pathetic, but there we go. Right, so then we're going to continue transforming this guy like that, and that's all the transformation is, and then you just stand them up, and these are just stick figures. Now then, I could understand the little ones where Hasbro just had no imagination to try and even articulate them at all, but when I get onto my full-size Targetmasters from 1987, I think, even those Targetmasters have no articulation. I can't understand why, especially when the Headmasters did. Could never understand it. But anyway, so that's him. I don't know if he's going to sort of focus on him too well there. I'm going to take some pictures and see how well they come out and put them at the end as usual. So there is Targetmasters. We're going to pop them down there. And we're going to move back onto the figure. We're going to transform it. Right, quite easy really. We just flip out the bottom half like that and do his toes at the same time. Like that. So you flip his toes down. Then we grab the dump truck section, whatever you want to call it. Don't know, bucket section, I don't know, I can't remember what you call it now. And then we just split it and basically fold it around, and then we rotate it like that. And then continuing, fold that down like that. And then we flip out this section and rotate it. Do the same on this side like that. And then his arms are just in here like that. And so he's got some nice articulation in his arms. And that is Landfill in robot mode. It's not bad. It's not the best robot mode ever. But it doesn't look too bad. And of course he can hold his little Targetmasters in his hand, no problem. Like that. And there we go. So you can hold one in each hand, or you can double them up for double trouble. There we go, if he wants to go in him. This one doesn't seem to want to go in him. There we go. So that's what he looks like holding his double Targetmaster. So that's Landfill. Actually, now I'm going to do a size comparison with animated Waspinator. As you can see, Waspinator is, of course, a deluxe figure. So this would have been, might have been a deluxe figure, because obviously you've got to think with the extra plastic for the Targetmasters, so who knows. Pop him to one side. We're going to move on to QUICKMIX. which is of course a cement mixer, which is a red cement mixer. It's quite a sort of like kidified, simplified cement mixer, to be honest. This is him with his Targetmasters attached to him there. This guy did actually get a sort of like homage in, I think it was the Cybertron line with QUICKMIX, who actually looked quite like this guy, and of course that was actually based on him. Bit strange, I always found that for the Universe line they brought out a repaint of it and called it, so I can't remember what they called it now. I made it a Decepticon, when really it should have been the other way around. They should have had the Decepticon one in Cybertron and then done the repaint of QUICKMIX for the Universe line. But there we go. Still, that's the way Hasbro works, and that's why we love them and hate them. Anyway, right, so we're going to take these little fellas off the side, put them down there for a minute, and we'll just take a quick look at the so-called cement mixer mode. It's not too bad, really. We're just going to pop it down there, and let me show you these fellows. Here we go, what their name's called, because I always forget them. We've got Boomer, which sounds like it should be out of Battlestar Galactica. And I've got another gripe with Battlestar Galactica. Where is it? I bought this the other day. Let me just get it. I know it's completely going off the subject. Went to London the other day, and I saw this, and I thought I'd buy it, because I do like Battlestar Galactica. Well, the new series anyway. I saw this, it's only 10 quid, and it was my, it's like the original Cylon from Razor. It's not too bad, like I say, but I just find it amazing. It doesn't transform or nothing, but the lack of articulation they put into some of these figures. I mean, it needed a lot more in these hips, to be honest, to make it quite good. You know, it's got a lot of articulation as it goes, but, you know, it's just, you've got to think this doesn't transform into anything, so they could put loads in it. And then you get some Transformers these days that transform really complexly, and it's got so much more articulation. So, there we go. Anyway, that's one little rant over. Let me transform this little fella. Easy enough, just flip his little gun back like that, and there he is. Same with this one. Flip the little gun back, and there we go. As you can see, they moulded some sort of like detail on, like this blue one's got a little his own gun. Can't move it, of course. Of course, these are just stick figures that just stand there and do absolutely nothing. There we go. I'm going to pop them down there. Now we're going to move on back to QUICKMIX. Oh, there we go, lost for words there. Right, to transform this guy is quite easy. We just flip out this little front section, fold it up like that, rotate the cab round to form his legs, like that, and then we stand him up. We get these wheel sections and just rotate them around, like that. These, of course, become his arms. Oh, pardon me. Then we get this cement barrel, to push it forward, and then his head is spring-loaded. Just push it down till it releases and then pops up like that. So that is QUICKMIX in robot mode. You know, he's alright. Not the greatest, of course. And I'll show you with him with his Targetmaster companions. There he is. So, you know it's alright. It's not brilliant, to be honest. But yeah, there we go. Let me put him down. And then we move on to the third and final one, of course, which is Scoop. And this guy is like a power shovel. Oh, I can't remember what they're exactly called. Dump. Oh, who knows? Power loader. I don't bloody know. Someone out there knows. This is, of course, him with his two Targetmasters attached. You can have this one at the front. Well, he's got a hole there anyway. But you can, I suppose, put them both at the back. So he's got two holes either way. There we go. That sounds a bit rude as well. So there we go. Put them in, but they don't really go in, so you probably can only put one there and just choose whichever side you want to put it on. Let me take the feathers off. And there he is. The front sort of Scoop will sort of like go up and down and everything. It does roll quite well, and he's got a nice bit of chrome on the wheels. Doesn't look too bad, to be honest. I quite like it. It's not too bad, really. Right, let me show you these Targetmaster figures. Here we go. Their names are, because I've got written down, Tracer and Hole Punch. I don't know if I said the other guy's name from QUICKMIX, but his name was Ricochet, which was already used for Transformer as well. So there we go. Anyway, yeah, these are the guns. Again, just exactly the same, just transform them like this. You've got to be careful with these. They're actually very, very tight, and one looks like it's going to snap, so I've got to be careful. But here we go, there's them in their robot modes, or nebula modes, whatever you want to call them. So we're going to pop those there. And then we're going to transform this guy. This does have quite a funny transformation. Let's see if I can remember it. I transformed this the other day and I completely got it arse about face. It's sort of like, it does have bits everywhere. Right, I'm going to move these up right into this position. Flip the legs out, and that's usually the easiest bit. Then we have to rotate his body down like that into place. Then we get the cab section, flip that back to reveal the robot head. Then these come all the way back, this section, and then rotates around like that. But before you do that, you've got to get the arms in the right position. There we go. That's it, and that forms his back, like that. And then with that in place, you can flip out his little robot fists, which I'll adjust in there, if I can get them. Right, there we go. Oh, there we go. He's probably the only Target Master that can't hold his Target Masters in his fists. He has holes at the side of his arms, so you can pop them in like that, which I don't really like, to be honest. I never see the point of that. But there we go. Right, as usual, I'm going to put some pictures at the end of this so you can get a better close-up of them, because obviously my camera isn't the best. I want to get a new camera, actually. But, you know, so that's, I can't remember his name now, it's gone straight on the head. Scoop. So this is Scoop, Landfill, and of course, QUICKMIX, the 3 small double Target Masters from 1988. Yeah, this has been Graham, the Collect 75, and I shall see you all next time.